All right, welcome back to episode 2 of Real Rap Mini. I guess this wouldn't be episode 2. I guess this would just be the next episode in like a series of Real Rap Minis. Up on the docket is RWBY Season 8, Episode 2. What is this called? Refuge? I didn't say the name of the episode last time, but it's alright. So this episode opens up with Robin monologuing while Crow is looking at the what is his name? Holy shit. Clover's brooch.
Yeah.
And then you realize that she's not talking to Crow. She is monologuing and screaming directly into Jacques' face.
Yeah, right in his cell. You ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Just like your punk ass son.
And they've just been showing Crow in this because they're not going anywhere. Crow's sitting there literally just looking at this brooch, lamenting, and then he decided that he said he's gonna kill Ironwood for whatever reason. I guess because Ironwood inadvertently led to Clover's death, even though Clover made a bad decision, he made a bad decision, Robin made a bad decision. Like everybody in that cell besides Jacques made a bad decision. I guess you could say the bad decision that Watts made was fighting the literal Terminator.
Yeah, he thought that. No, I think his bad decision was underestimating Ironwood's will and trying to defeat Salem at all costs. But
he didn't know like I was literally a fucking nut job.
Yeah, that he super unhinged and that he wouldn't pull his arm right through that light shield.
No, that's super.
Maybe not how you do it. How's that even possible? That guy's crazy.
Sicko.
And even then, Watts still won because he's right where he wanted to be. Watson making a bad.
I don't think he's right where he wanted to be, and they're beating the crap out of him.
Oh no, he's right. All right. Well, no, that's one thing. Getting beat up by some soldiers, yeah, that's kind of bad. But then they take him right to Ironwood. So
yeah, but I don't know if he wants to be in jail. I think he would want to be in the safety of Monstro.
Yeah,
even though it's not really safe up there because Salem is volatile.
He wants that revenge on Pietro because we all know it's coming.
Yeah,
we all know he's gonna
call Pietro a fat bastard.
Was it fat imbecile and then call him a fat bastard after?
He's pretty much fat bastard. Doesn't really matter.
Did you?
So, in Mental. Oh wait, no. Oh shit! I didn't even know that the Joanna thing was is this episode. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I talked about it in episode 1. It actually happened in this episode. Doesn't really matter.
Are you breeding pigeons then, man?
No.
So Pietro gives keys to Yang, and it turns out that they're hover bikes in his workshop. So Oscar and all of them are riding along, and they're destroying Grimm. Left, right, and center. They're helping out the Happy Huntresses with the evacuations.
Have you seen them? You seen your nephew?
And let's see what we have here. Oh, they get into the I guess the moral side of things, where the people of Mantle want to believe in the general because the general really hasn't done anything wrong to them, even though he literally abandoned them and closed off transportation to Atlas. I don't know if he told them anything about coming back for them, but he did close off any type of travel between the two places. But it doesn't matter to the people. There are still some people that want to believe in the general. And Yang has to set this old woman straight. And by telling her that if Ironwood really cared, you guys wouldn't be sitting.
Yeah, you guys would have been gone already.
You guys wouldn't be sitting where you are. You wouldn't have to worry about being called by Grimm. And then John has the great idea that he can battery pack Ren's semblance so that they can transport all these people to the crater. And while they're transporting the people, Oscar has a conversation with Ozpin, where Ozpin, let's see, he apologizes for leaving, and Oscar utters a really I don't even want to call it edgy. It's just weird. Ozpin apologizes for leaving, and Oscar says he's mad. He's more mad that he came back, and he laments about how he felt like his own person while Ozpin was gone. Which he said he felt a part of the team, and it doesn't really make sense to me at least,
Yeah,
because
we
like
don't agree with this.
they've
All right.
always treated Oscar as Oscar. Like, yeah, when he first showed up, he was just Ironwood's new host, but they've been together long enough that Oscar is Oscar now. And Tux doesn't agree, and I guess he'll explain his side now.
Yeah, because I thought like for Volume 4, he wasn't around with the team. He was just like, being told by Aspen to go find Crow. Volume 5, he finds Crow and finds the team. And a lot of the time that he spent on screen, it's just Ozpin explaining shit to them, like just essentially just catching everybody up on what's happening. Then he fights Hazel. Hazel's mad at him for something that he didn't do, but Ozpin did. Volume 6, everybody's mad at him for shit that Ozpin did like fucking 500 years ago. Who knows how long at this point? And then he gets beat up and then abused by them. Then he goes on that quest by himself off screen to get new clothes or whatever, and that's when they finally start being happy that he's even around. Like they start directly mentioning him. So then from there, then everything that happens is like, it's Oscar, because Ozpin's gone. So all the good stuff that happens, or not good stuff, but okay stuff that happens, it's all on Oscar. It's not on Ozpin. Ozpin's gone, and he's not coming back, as far as they know. He came back once,
or so we thought.
He came back once to help him, land the plane so that they didn't crash and die. But other than that,
and then he saved Oscar's life by unlocking his magic.
Yeah, and then by then it was at the end of Volume 7, and like a bunch of time had passed between that. So, like now that he's back, it's probably like if he tells them that, because he mentioned in the first episode, like, you're not gonna tell them I'm back, and he's just like, we're not done talking. And on top of that, if he does mention it, then everybody's just gonna ask, Ozpin. Even Ironwood only cared about Ozpin; he didn't give a fuck about Oscar. So I think that.
Well, to be fair, Ironwood is only supposed to care about Ozpin.
Yeah, but
when Oscar showed up, he had assumed that the singularity was complete or whatever, and it was just Ozpin and not just Oscar.
In his defense, nobody really knows how long the singularity is supposed to, how long it's supposed to take for them to assimilate.
Right.
But because they've always known the Ozpin from Beacon, as far as I know anyway. They've never seen him like turn into a new person, because he's been a headmaster for a long ass time.
He's just been chilling there. Well, at least he's been the headmaster during their lifetime.
But for Ironwood, he only cares about Ozpin because he wants his direct guidance. He doesn't, like, as a friend, didn't care. He just, bro, tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
Bro, imagine being that needy and then getting mad when.
Yeah.
Oh, like, God. No, James is top 5 when he not sitting there crying about Ozpin not being there to guide him. So we go back to Team RWBY plus RWBY's side of this split here, and they go to the Schnee Dust Company subsidiary, and they use the what is it? It's the damn mail tubes.
Yeah, to send snowshoes to like buildings in Atlas. That's what they use.
Yeah, they use the mail tubes to get up to let's see, where is it? It's the damn military.
Yeah, the military complex at the base of the floating island, I guess.
And then there's a conversation between Penny and RWBY, and I hate this like first stretch of episodes. Well, not yeah, I hate these first 2 or so episodes, because it's literally just shitting on Penny for not, and Penny didn't even do anything. Like, that character has not done anything wrong. If anything, she was killed because of everyone else. So the fact that they spend these first 2 to 3 episodes shitting all over, like, it's not like legitimate shitting all over Penny, but Penny's sitting there just regretting her existence for the most part. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
She's upset that she specifically mentioned the fact that Ironwood and everybody's fighting over something that she really had no control over, because the maiden power is kind of just like forced on her, because she didn't really answer whether or not she was the one. But the old lady who was the previous Winter Maiden was just like, well, I gotta give this power to somebody.
I'm fucking dead, so here.
And you're here.
Just
and I have dementia, and I don't remember about what's her name. So guess what? Hey, have a nice life. Good job. GG. and then just
Okay,
ended up.
to be completely honest, even if Winter had got it in that moment, she would have been killed on the spot. Bro,
Maybe,
look at her.
maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Who knows? Maybe it could have turned the tide.
Cinder was giving her to work. What are we talking about, maybe?
You don't know that.
What? Cinder was not playing with her. What do you mean? Bro, we talked about it. She threw that fireball and Winter ran out of the hallway. You really think some maiden powers was going to stop her from being scared?
Yeah, because then she's stronger.
Bro, she was getting packed.
You never know, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, she was actually you're right. We never know because the scaling in this show doesn't make any fucking sense.
Exactly. You see it.
The writing in this show makes less sense, or the choreography for the fights makes less sense than the show itself. So fuck it. Sure. Okay.
So what's next? They throw ice through the tube.
Yep. They throw ice through the tube and they head up. Meanwhile, we flip over to Yang's side, and they're talking with Fiona, and they get a call about. What is it? They need to go to the west to help people. Or no, it's a Grim attack in the east, and they go to investigate. When suddenly they're attacked by the same Hood Grim from episode 1, and it shell shocks everyone. It shell shocks John and the entire group because it's looking for Oscar and it's trampled him. It's literally stomped him into fucking oblivion. Like it's brutal. It sits there just throwing him around and stomping him into oblivion. And I hate it. Well, no, I hate it. I didn't hate it. I loved it. Like, I hate that it had to be Oscar, and I hate how violent it was for Oscar, but I love that scene.
Animated incredibly.
Oscar's sitting there, he's getting stomped out, everybody's screaming, and they're talking about, this is another one of the things where I say, the writing for I guess the choreography for fighting makes no sense. Because it's 3v1 versus the Hood, and instead of trying to figure out a way to attack the Hood, they sit there and watch it trample Oscar.
Yeah, so it was from a perspective of Oscar versus this thing. It was great because Oscar's not sitting there and just getting mauled. Like he's trying to kick and get away from it, but then obviously this thing just grabs his foot and suplexes him. But everyone else is just sitting there watching it happen. You have 3 people. You have Ren who can mask people's emotions from Grim. It wouldn't have worked, obviously, but you got to try. That's when you realize, hold on, wait a minute, something's wrong here. I thought I masked his emotion. How's Oscar still getting? Why is he still getting trashed? What's happening here? What's going on? Then later, when actually, you can continue. Yeah, I just want to say that Oscar getting trashed here and trying to kick and fight it, that looked cool.
It makes perfect sense.
He gets beat up a lot, but this one was fun.
It was fun and it was violent and it made sense. Like every time Oscar has been beat up, it's made because he's not combat ready. Especially since Ozpin isn't just gonna take over because I guess they've gotten to a mutual agreement where they have to agree when one of them takes over the other because it's like you want to give Oscar his freedoms. You don't want to just take over his body. Because I'm sure if Ozpin really wanted to, he could have got Oscar out of the situation. He definitely could have turned the burners on and at least freed himself from this creature.
I don't think he wants to give up the. I think 2 things. He didn't want to give up the illusion that he was still gone, and 2, he probably got caught off guard too.
Yeah, we talk about it being caught off guard because this thing first appears as like a regular like saber tooth or whatever, and then it starts speaking. Oh no, it transforms into like a lichen type shape. Then it starts speaking. Then it decides it's going to grow wings. This is literally the damn whatchamacallit.
And it's using him as a shield too, because you're probably just like, oh, why didn't they just wax this thing? They can't even.
It's speaking. It's thinking. It's reacting. It's doing the works.
Oh, this is your friend? Bet. Go ahead and hit him one time with his aura broken. Go ahead and do some damage.
So the Hood flies away with Oscar in tow, or I guess with Oscar and the other three in tow. Fiona calls them, but I mean they're not gonna leave Oscar, so they have to just chase after
She's
Oscar.
like,
And then
she's like, yo, the West Side is getting torn up. Where y'all at? And Yang is like, we need to go. Even if I told you what happened, you won't believe me. We're just gonna go. And so Fiona's like, all right, bet, thanks. Now we're understaffed again. Cool.
yeah, no, I don't. This was when I was just like, wait a minute, why wasn't this the season opener? Because it's way better than that first episode. Way better.
And the first episode wasn't like bad per se. It was just
it's bad in comparison to the next three after it.
Yeah, it's slow, and I don't even want to.
I don't need it.
I don't care. I can assume everything that's happening in that, except for the division. If I saw like everyone split up like that, I could assume what's happened. But then you show me the argument later, and I'd be like, oh, I didn't think that's how they split up. But yeah. Either way, ending it on this had us. We were gassed for next week. I was like,
yeah,
yo.
no. But when Oscar was getting stomped out, I wish I recorded it because I was sitting there hooting and hollering. We probably should do it in that format, but I don't know how easy or I don't know what the difference is when you like live record and stuff like that.
I think there's no like Rooster Teeth doesn't have like a hard limit set to when you can upload your reaction or whatever, but they want you to at least have it uploaded when it's available to the public. So like a week after.
Yeah,
that's how they want the shit.
But I was sitting there hooting and hollering, screaming, and all of that because it was nuts. Because they were sitting there just stomp. That's the most violent beating a character has taken on screen.
Yep.
And it wasn't even a human on human. It was literally this Grim kicking the shit out of Oscar.
The first time that a Grim has actually done something other than that damn horseman.
Other than get cold.
Volume 4.
Man, the horseman didn't even get to do shit. He got dealt with so quick. He got dealt with so quick.
Yeah, this is the most the Grim has gotten gas since then, and even then it still eclipses that one.
But that's gonna be it for this this section of Real Rap Mini. We'll see you in the next episode, and Godspeed.
Somebody help Oscar. Please help him.